welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to go over my October TBR. So let me start by saying I never have this many books on my TBR because I'm definitely not going to get through all these. But it's October, so I decided to put as many thrillers and like fall/Halloween romances in here. So let's go ahead and get into this video with the thought in mind that I am definitely not going to read all of these, but I will read most of them. A good majority of them. So the first book that we have is The Silent Patient. My sister has been begging me to read this for so long. It has been on my TBR for a really long time, and then she read it and she really wants someone to talk about it with. So I promised her I would read this, so I'm going to be reading this for a certain video this month in October. So this is about Alicia, and she seems like she has the perfect life with her husband until one night she comes home and she shoots him in the face, and then she never speaks again. So she gets sent to a psychiatric ward, and there's this therapist there named Theo, and he really wants to know what happened to Alicia and why she shot her husband. And so he goes down this little rabbit hole of trying to figure out what happened, and it takes him on quite a thrilling journey. Next we have The Man Who Died Twice. So we have to put, some lighthearted ones in here because I don't think I could read like straight thrillers and mysteries the whole time. Like, I just need a little palate cleanser. I really like The Thursday Murder Club. I can't remember what I rated it. It was either a 4 or a 5 star. But I just thought the old people in it were so cute, and the way the author kind of played on like age-related things I thought was really fun. So this is the second book to the series. I think I almost have the full series, but I haven't read all of it. It sounds like this book is taking the main characters from the first book, and an unexpected visitor arrives in their little retirement home asking for their help. He was accused of stealing diamonds worth millions, and he's like running from, I'm assuming, whoever he stole the diamonds from or the police. And then a body shows up, and then they're just kind of going on like a little mystery hunt from there. So I'm definitely excited to read that one this month. Next we have The Perfect Marriage. I really don't remember what much of this is about. The back is kind of jogging my memory. It says, would you defend your husband if he was accused of killing his mistress? I think she's a lawyer, and she's like gonna defend her husband on being like accused of killing his mistress. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what I remember that made me want to buy that. And then we have 5 Total Strangers. So it sounds like our main character Mira is trying to get home for the holidays and gets stuck in a blizzard. Her seatmate from the flight that she just got off of and her friends, the seatmate's friends, say that she can get a ride with them, and they'll drop her off on the way to where they're going. But then it seems like everyone has secrets of their own, stuff goes missing, and she realizes that she needs to uncover the truth if she wants to make it home alive. If I don't read this month, it would be a nice little like winter thriller. It obviously takes place in the winter and the holiday season, so that would be nice if I don't happen to read it this month. Next we have The Kiss Curse, and I loved the XX. I thought it was super cute. I want to say I gave it 4 stars, and then I think when I look back on it, maybe I want to give it 5 stars. Because I do still think about those characters, and I feel like when a book makes me think about the characters, like even like, I haven't read that book in like a whole year, and I still think about them. When a book makes me think about characters like that, I just feel like it's a 5 star for me. I did reread the book last year because I wanted to read this one, and I know they're standalones, but I just wanted to get back into like the world, and then I went into a book slump and I didn't read this one last year. I'm definitely going to be reading this one this month. Now listen, the next book on here is for nostalgia reasons only. It's Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Now listen, I know. It's a kid's book, but like something about this just gives me so many happy memories. I loved checking these books out at the library and taking them home and reading them. I just think it would make my soul so happy just to read this. Next we have The Neighbor's Secret, and it sounds like it's a nice little suburban neighborhood, and all the parents have secrets that they're hiding from each other. And then it looks like some kind of vandalism happens and secrets are becoming uncovered and someone possibly dies. This has been on my TBR since probably 2020, so I'm really hoping to read this and get it off of my TBR. Next we have My Roommate is a Vampire, and this follows our main character Cassie, and she is getting evicted from where she's currently living, and she finds a apartment listing online for a price that's too good to be true, and she doesn't understand why. Her new roommate Frederick seems pretty normal to her until she finds bags of blood in the fridge, and then she starts to question what's going on. And if there's anything that I love a good vampire romance. Next we have Masters of Death, and this is about a vampire that is a real estate agent, and she's trying to sell a haunted house. Someone was murdered in the house and they refuse to move on until the murder is solved. So she asked for a sketchy medium to come help her try and, I'm assuming, connect with the spirit that's haunting the house. And we're just following them along on trying to solve the mystery of this murder that took place in this house. Next we have the final girl support group. So it sounds like we're following Lynette, who survived a massacre, and she goes to a support group with other girls that also survived this massacre, and they're like in a little therapy session, and she eventually realizes that someone found out about the support group and is trying to ruin their lives, it says. I'm assuming try and kill them. This one sounds really interesting. I'm definitely excited to read this one. Next we have A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon, and this is about Muriel, who is a very powerful witch, and a spell goes wrong and she summons this demon to do some soul bargaining. The demon that she summons is also very powerful and has a really good reputation up until a bargain goes wrong. And so if he can strike a bargain with Muriel, then his reputation will go back to normal. And it seems like they start fake dating and they fall in love, and I love a good fake dating trope. Next we have Assistant to the Villain. So it sounds like we're following a main character named Evie, and she works for a villain who she has a crush on, and it seems like someone's trying to take down the villain and she's trying to protect him, and I think this one sounds very cute. Next we have Payback is a Witch, and this one we follow Emmy, who is not a very powerful witch, and she moved away from her hometown and hasn't been back in years, but when a spellcasting tournament is happening, she comes back to be in the spellcasting tournament, where she runs into Talia, who just had a bad breakup with Gareth because he was cheating on Talia with Lyndon. And it sounds like Lyndon and Talia want revenge on Gareth, and they're asking for Emmy's help. And then Emmy gets a crush on Talia. So that sounds fun. I'm excited to see how they get their revenge on this guy. Okay, lastly we have, I don't know what this series is called. I'm gonna call it the Room Service series. The first book is called Room Service. And I have all 3 books. I got them for Christmas. My mom just saw them and she thought I'd like them, so she picked them up for me. And I thought I'd throw them on the TBR for October because they're small books. They're very like thin and short. And I'm very behind on my reading challenge, so if I can get myself a little bit closer, then perfect. So this is the stack that we have. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have 16 books. I have only ever read 6 at most in a month, but we do have some shorter ones on here, so I'm sure we can get a few extra more than 6. But like I said, I'm probably not going to read all of these. I just thought I'd add them on here because why not have lots of options, especially during a spooky month. I'm also probably going to read some books on my Kindle, like dark romances that take place during like Halloween time or the fall season. I just don't have them all like lined up and ready to talk about, so I'll just put them in my wrap-up video at the end of October. If you like watching book-related videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. I post videos every Friday. Leave a comment down below if any of these books are on your TBR for this month. and I will see you guys next Friday.